Good morning, thriving warriors and those who wish they were. Alexa, what is the date?
It's Monday, October 3rd.
Good. And Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:24 a.m. Have a good morning, Edward.
Thank you. And Alexa, what is the weather forecast for today? Alexa, what is the weather forecast?
Currently, in Amargosa Valley, 60 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies. Today, you can expect lots of sun, with a high of 89 degrees and a low of 55 degrees.
Okay, and there we are. So here we are at Career Services Department, Thriving Warrior, where our job is to help you get from point A to point B. Point A is where you are, point B is where you want to be. That is our job. That's what we're here to do. And how do we do that? Well, we do that several ways. One way is this early morning podcast, little breadcrumbs, bleep, 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 along the way to help you, something easy to follow, something to do while you're in the car, but you should have a pad and paper with you so that you can write these things down so that you remember them and you can incorporate them. Also, in the notes down below, see below, click on subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell so you know when we send these out. On the notes down below, you will see other links to our 4-week workshop, our basic training workshop, links to the video that I listened to prepare for this talk today, links to our the TED Talk that is included for today. Good morning, Jeff. Links to that. And a lot of other information on what we do, including providing housing, clothing, food, hygiene, skills training, foundational employment, and career planning, all the stuff you need to do to help you get from point A to point B. And there is a blog from Seth Go, who is someone that's very important to this school. So at 2 minutes and 23 seconds into it, I probably should stop saying that because there's no really point. But anyway, maybe I will, maybe I won't. So let's get into it. Our basic breadcrumb, the basic daily breadcrumb is, it's simple, ... Here's just one breadcrumb to pick up. It's simple. Today's breadcrumb is just make the next right move. That's all you need to do. Make the next right move. So you have a vision, you have a goal, you create a plan. This is kind of the Zanoli method. You create a plan, and then you go for it. And then you're faced with choices. What do I do? Do I keep going forward? Do I go this way? Do I go that way? Do I go up? Do I go down? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I hesitate? Do I pause? Do I double down? You have all of these choices, and all you need to do is do the next right move. Okay, these things are simple, but not necessarily easy. In fact, you shouldn't expect them to be easy, because if it was easy, everybody else would do it. All right. So here's a couple other things from today's motivational video that you might want to pick up. Keep showing up. Just keep showing up. You have your goal. As Jordan Peterson says, your goal is going to pull you towards it. Your world is going to shape around that goal. Your reticular activation system is going to be primed. So all information available to you, it's going to be scanning all information available to you to support that belief, that goal. That's how it works, okay? So you have your goal, and you jump, you go forward, you just keep moving forward. Need a destination. That's the goal. Where are we going? Rise and grind, for people who like slogans. Rise and grind. Tell yourself, I'm going to rise and grind. Casualness creates casualties. Everything you're going through is preparing you for the future. That's really a good one. Everything you're going through is preparing you for the future. So if you're not going through a lot, don't expect a lot of changes in the future. If you're going through a lot and you have the right mindset, like this is preparing me for the future, it's a lot easier to do it. It's a lot easier to go through the, I don't want to say pain, but the trials and tribulations if you think there's a reason, like it's making you better. Anybody knows that? No, not going to have a sip. So that was coffee given to me by someone who doesn't want their name mentioned. No mentioning name, nothing positive. Okay, so that's from today's morning motivational video. Next, let's talk about TED Talks. TED Talks. Okay, yesterday was David Foster Wallace. Great one. Especially write down in your book the definition of leaderships. What is a leader? A leader is a person who gets us to overcome the limitations of our own laziness and selfishness and weakness and fear, and gets us to do better, harder things than we can do on our own. Boom. Write that down. That's what a leader is. Okay. A little bit of reflection there. I guess I have to work on that. Now that we have lighting, we need to have makeup. Wrong. No. Okay. So that was yesterday. David Foster Wallace. Really great graduation speech that you too can take it. Watch it now. And the heading is what? This is water. Hey boys, how's the water? Okay. Today, Nancy Kane. Nancy Kane is very important to us. Professor Nancy Kane from Harvard. Very, very important to us, especially the women. She's been with us for a long time, maybe 2015. She has donated books, hundreds of her book. We have copies here for people. She's donated hardback books and soft paperback books. Great book from a Harvard Business School professor who believes in helping people move forward. Boom. Thank you, Professor Kane. This is, I'm going to give you an overview because there's so much information you could get lost in the detail. The starting point is, and she did this, I think, about 8 years ago. There used to be a way of doing things, the old template, where we could expect things were going to continue as they were, kind of upward trend throughout history, from the beginning of the 20th century, upward trend through history, where you could apply a particular template that was based upon things are going to continue to have this consistent trend. So we developed tools to be able to anticipate the future and prepare for it. So Nancy Kane's talk starts from the premise of rip that up. Rip up the old template, because we're now living in a world of VUCA, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Things are volatile. It's like nitroglycerin. You've got to be careful because it could just blow up on you. So it's very volatile, uncertain. What's going to happen next? I don't know. It could be this, it could be that. Complexity. Well, it's really hard to implement different solutions for a problem. We're not really sure what the problem is. It's uncertain what we do about it, and it's very complex because if we do this, this could cause these other dominoes to fall, etc. And it's ambiguous. How do we know? What does this mean? So the new template is based upon having a little bit of knowledge versus the old template's a lot of knowledge. A little bit of knowledge, a little bit of information, a little bit of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. A lot of wisdom. Wisdom comes from experience. A lot of wisdom on what to do. So it depends upon wisdom, not knowledge, because we don't know what's going to happen. And then she uses two particular characters from history to illustrate the problems and various solutions to those. Breadcrumbs, as she calls them. She has 10 breadcrumbs, but it's actually 11 because one of them is repeated, but that's, she used one number twice. I think it's number 7, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So she has a lot of breadcrumbs, but she uses 2 characters. One is Abraham Lincoln, President Lincoln, before and after. Well, before and during, a little bit maybe after, but before and during his presidency, much of it before his presidency, and the explorer Ernest Shackleton. And she uses their experiences from their life to illustrate how we can gain wisdom and apply that wisdom. So if we take the wisdom, something Lincoln learned or Lincoln applied, and apply it to ourselves, then it works. So the expectation is you're going to have your pen and paper, you're going to listen to the video, and you're going to write down the breadcrumbs. Good system. Okay, cool. Now let's see what Seth Godin has to say. What's on tonight? The common question no longer means anything. Oh, this common question no longer means anything. Every TV show is on all the time. Our record collection streams every record ever recorded, and our readers can find and display just about any book we can name. We haven't thought about the impact of this abundance nearly as much as it deserves. Live matters less. Scarcity is not really a factor, and ubiquity of access can easily lead to boredom, lack of status, and search for real-time connection. Success used to be based on gatekeepers and access to access. What are the new rules? Wow. Okay, let's break it down. It used to be what's on tonight because that's how TV worked. There's a new episode of a TV show that we would willingly become hypnotized during, semi-hypnotized as we watched, so that we would be willing to purchase things that were on that the advertisers paid for or produced commercials for. We had to look forward to things. Now, as he's pointing out, because of the internet, everything is accessible to us. Every book, every piece of music, everything ever recorded, every TV show, we can watch whatever we want to watch. Fast forward, success used to be based on gatekeepers. In other words, well, we're going to release this on a certain date, and access to access, being able to watch it, having the ability to watch the thing that the gatekeeper is guarding. What are the new rules? What are the new rules? Well, my thought goes to just spitballing here to not what's on tonight, what's going to be on in the future. And if you can be planting ideas far off into the future. It's not available now, but it's going to be in the future. So people are prepared when it is released. Kind of like what T-Mobile and the other cellular companies have done with the internet to the house stuff. Is it available in your area? No, not yet. It's not on tonight, but it's coming. Or what movies do. So anyway, Seth Godin, thank you as always. And here we are at 1346, time for that. Now I gotta move it again, put it behind me, since we have enough light that the light behind doesn't really distract. Well, it doesn't disrupt the camera. Maybe it does, who knows, we'll find out. Navy SEAL Maxim, yesterday was the only easy day. It looks like we have another veteran coming, Ranger. So we'll see how that plays out with our Navy SEAL Maxim. Maybe we'll have a Ranger Maxim too. Yesterday was the only easy day. So how do we make yesterday the only easy day? There are 4 steps. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Don't compare yourself to others. Now, don't compare yourself to others doesn't mean to not want to emulate other people. It's not like saying, I can't compare myself to Abraham Lincoln. No, it's not that kind of context. The context is, don't say, I'm better than you because I did that. I'm a hard worker compared to you. That's what it means. Don't compare yourself to others. I'm not a hard worker compared to you. I'm a hard worker compared to how I was yesterday and how I will be in the future. Well, I'm not a hard worker compared to how I will be in the future. It'd probably be a better statement. But so 1, get comfortable being uncomfortable. 2, don't compare yourself to others. Don't say I'm working hard compared to you. I'm smart compared to you. It doesn't mean you can't say, what do you have that I should become like? What are some of your good traits that I should have? What are some of your bad traits that I should avoid? That's what it means. That's okay. To say I'm good because I'm better than you, that doesn't work. It's I'm good compared to myself yesterday. All right. So 3, have a goal. Got to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a destination in mind, you're just rudderless. And 4 is be more samurai. Let's go back to number 1. How do I get comfortable being uncomfortable? Well, 1, I can embrace the suck. God, this sucks cleaning the bathrooms. But you know what? There's probably a billion people that would love to do it. And I can picture how nice this is going to look when I finish and I do a good job. So I'm just going to embrace the suck because I'm going to improve it. Choose the hard path. I can get uncomfortable by being uncomfortable by choosing, and the key word is choose the hard path. What's the hard path? Having humility, working hard, taking ownership, taking responsibility, having discipline, and sacrificing for others. And to accept the struggle. So there's 3 parts of how to get uncomfortable. Embrace the suck, choose the hard path, and accept the struggle. It's supposed to be hard. That's why yesterday was the only easy day. It's supposed to be hard. Accept it. Don't complain about it. Don't compare yourself to others. Have a goal and be more samurai. Be more samurai, which means here, not around the world, not everyone's opinion. Right here, our definition of being more samurai simply means try to do the perfect job given the time and resources you have. Take pride in what you do. Try to do it perfectly. Okay. And with that, I'm going to say what? And cut. And cut. And cut. Bye.